Hello and welcome to another edition of the Hornet Report. I'm Luke Lograno.
And I'm Tori Lodurdo, filling in for Claire Gates.
Tori, it's great to host a show with you.
Thanks, Luke. I'm very excited to be here.
Me too, and I can't wait for spring break. But first, let's tell everyone what's coming up on this week's show.
Thanks, Luke. Holmdel High School recently celebrated Developmental Disabilities Month. Chinese Culture Night was a huge success, too. The HTG had the spotlight on some Enchanted Evening, and Holmdel is still buzzing about the Battle of the Faculties. Here's Luke with our top story.
Thanks, Tori. Let's begin with the Battle of the Faculties. This was the second year of this growing event that pitched the faculties of all 4 schools in Holmdel against one another in spirited competition. Everyone was out to get us, the defending champs, but in the end, it was Village School which claimed the coveted trophy for next year.
How would you rate the success of this year's Battle of the Faculties?
It had to be an 11 out of 10. It outperformed any of our expectations. We had to turn people away at the door. The electricity in the room was unbelievable, especially with the Village School students. They were so excited. Subsequent, I've heard that all they did was talk about it all week long. The next day, the principal took the trophy in the cafeteria during each lunch period. They had parades and the whole bit, so it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I got a big kick out of them all crowding the court with me in the middle with the trophy. It's kind of funny.
It's become bigger than the Stanley Cup, it seems.
Unbelievable. Who knew? Who knew? In year 2, right? A word of mouth really was what it was. We weren't nearly as many people last year, but the word of mouth was such that everybody wanted to be part of it. And quite frankly, we have a good problem on our hands for next year on how to roll this out safely and keep the same positivity and the great experience that we had.
The HFE sponsored the event and raised more than $8,000. Congrats on a great night.
Holmdel always does a great job promoting Developmental Disabilities Month. Holmdel High School's Team Unify, also known as Best Buddies, recently held the Disabilities Awareness Day in the Lower Commons. Junior Julia Shapiro reports.
On Wednesday, March 26th, a variety of activities were set up in the Lower Commons for students to interact with in order to celebrate Disability Awareness Day. Each station corresponded with a different disability, and they each featured their own simulation that allowed students to experience firsthand what it's actually like to have these physical impairments.
Well, this is the visual impairment simulator. So we have a kit here that was donated by the Holmdel Foundation for Educational Excellence. And what it does is it's goggles where you simulate certain visual impairments. So the kids will put them on, and then we'll ask them to do everyday tasks like looking up something in a phone book, finding a word in a dictionary, so they can feel how difficult it would be if they had a visual impairment. I think the students will gain a sense of empathy for students who have visual impairments as well as all the other disabilities that are represented here, and respect and understand how difficult it is for everyday life.
This was definitely a learning experience for me. It was a unique and effective way of giving people some insight on the everyday struggles facing some students in our school, and I think that this sense of better understanding will only help to strengthen the Holmdel High School community. And now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Julia. A few weeks ago, Holmdel High School held Chinese Culture Night. The night is always a big draw and is coordinated by Mrs. Chu. Hornet Report correspondent Jake Brancati attended the event and has the scoop.
I'm here at China Night that's hosted by Mrs. Chu and the Chinese Culture Club and her Chinese classes. And tonight there'll be lots of cool performances and I can't wait to see it.
I really want my student to learn more culture by working on and have a different performance, so they will learn. It's easier to learn the culture than you are more interested in learning the language.
I think tonight's performance went very well. I was especially happy that a lot of people from different groups, such as the dance group and the martial art group, came together and to celebrate Chinese culture.
One of the night's shining moments was the fashion show where students wore traditional Chinese clothes and modeled them on the stage.
And it's usually in white, gray, and blue color. And Jamie is wearing a silver one with a lot of pink and orange flower detailing.
What was your favorite performance of the night?
I think my favorite performance of the night was the yo-yo performance. The students were fairly young and they were very talented.
Well, that was really cool. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jake. The spotlight this week is on senior Lucy Wang. Lucy placed second overall of the Poetry Out Loud State Finals competition on Friday, March 14th at the NJ Performing Arts Center. In addition to earning a $100 cash reward, Lucy won $500 in poetry books for the school. Congratulations, Lucy.
Last month, the HTG put on a production of Some Enchanted Evening, the songs of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Boys and girls of all ages came out to see the production. Correspondents Mike Koutelos and Caroline Gates reported on the Enchanted Evening.
What's up, guys? Mike Koutelos here. Even after 25 years and 75 shows, tonight's musical has still never been performed by the HTG. Yeah, it's Some Enchanted Evening featuring the works of Rodgers and Hammerstein. Let's take a look. So with a review, instead of there being like dialogue in everybody talking to each other, the story and everything is told through the music that we sing.
The sun is swimming on the rim of a hill, the moon is taking a header, and just as I'm thinking all the earth is still, a lump will wake up in the matter.
If you follow the music and you follow who's singing the songs, you can kind of see what's going on. Swag. Molto swag.
She is gentle, she is wild, she's a riddle, she's a child, she's a headache, she's an angel, she's a girl.
This musical was really unique. It's nothing like we've ever done before. It was a lot of singing. But it was really fun, and we're definitely going to miss the seniors.
I'm here with Nancy. Nancy, how does it feel having it being your last musical here with the HTG?
It's a beautiful feeling knowing that I did my last show with my family, and I'm going to leave my legacy here with the underclassmen I'm with, and it was really, really nice.
Thanks, Mike and Caroline. Lastly, we'd like to remind you about the TV and Film Festival coming up Friday night, April 25th. Admission is free, and if you come, we'll guarantee you have a happy time. If you don't believe me, ask senior Rachel Hipschman, who's been busy producing the original Holmdel is Happy music video. Here's a sneak peek.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
I'm happy just watching that. I can't wait to see the entire video. And Luke, I hope Claire is out next month on a field trip so I can host again.
Yeah, don't count on it, Tori. She actually wanted me to FaceTime during this show, but I told her she could take the week off. She deserves an extra week of spring break.
Oh well, speaking of spring break, enjoy the time off, and happy Easter. I'm Tori Lucerdo.
And I'm Luke Lograno. We'll see you next time when we bring you the week's best at HHS.